Earl the True Spence going what? Bulldoze Shawn Constipated Porter part what? 68. We running this thing all the way to 73. Hear me and hear me well. What's part 68? Teddy Atlas. Teddy Atlas, you're on the red carpet, dude. What did Teddy Atlas say, man? So again, hear me and hear me well. Teddy Atlas turned around and said, man, Earl the True Spence, there's no mirage with this dude. Let me explain to you guys, you classic dolts and you troglodytes, what mirage means. It's basically a fancy way of saying smoke and mirrors. Let me say it again. When he says there's no mirage with Earl the True Spence, it's a fancy way of him saying no, there's no smoke and mirrors, basically. He's basically saying that Earl the True Spence, like the title of part 68 is, you get your bang for your buck. Let me say it again. You get your bang for your buck. What you see is what you get with this dude. Because when this dude comes in tactical aggression, technical punching placement, and body snatching work, the levying onslaught of the punishment style, that is, right? You're getting that, folks. So you have to understand the levels. There's gears to this stuff. Like Meek Mill say, shout outs to Meek Mill, man. There's levels, there's gears. Teddy Atlas said, I'm not going to disrespect Roy Jones Jr. because Roy Jones Jr. has a respected mouth to talk. But what I will say is this. Earl the True Spence done proved it to me prior to the Mikey Garcia fight. He proved it to me in the Kell Brook fight. And he proved it to me in all of his other fights. Come on, man. So that means what Roy Jones Jr. is saying is clearly coming from hate. You know why? Because Terrence Bud Crawford is his boy. That's why Earl the True Spence had to come out and say, I'm gonna wash your boy, dog. Who was Earl the True Spence talking about? He was talking about Terrence Bud Crawford, folks. And the classic dolts and the troglodytes don't want to hear this. And Crawford already came out of his mouth and said, no. So what did he mean when he said no? He means Earl the True Spence ain't ducking him. But they still trying to justify that. They still trying to rationalize that. See, let me tell you something, man. This is why folks can't stand He Knows His Sport, dog. Because I'm bringing you that what? That heat and that fire. And I'm also rocking with the best. When you rocking with the best, you don't got time to settle for the rest. Let me say it again. When you rocking with the best, you don't got time to settle for the rest. Let me tell you something, man. And folks need to understand this at its truest and its most properest levels. So hear me and hear me well again. Teddy Atlas, dog, you get the biggest salute of the damn day because you came with that real shit, man. You came for people to understand that Earl the True Spence is the bang for your buck. You know that when you invest that money into Earl the True Spence, you are going to get the truth. You're not going to get no lies. This is what Teddy Atlas was trying to tell the classic dolts. This is what he was trying to tell the troglodytes. This is what he was trying to tell the ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. That Earl the True Spence is exactly as advertised. Let me say it again. Earl the True Spence is as exactly as advertised. And like He Knows His Sport, he keeps the foot on the what? On the next. He keeps the foot on the what? On the next. And he applies what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure busts what? It busts his pipes. So September 28, man, Teddy Atlas is letting the world know Shawn Constipated Porter ain't on Earl the True Spence level, and he's getting bulldozed. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.